These are cowpeas. They're actually one of the first crops ever to be farmed, and they were originally domesticated in sub-Saharan Africa around 2000 BC. The cowpea thrives in what most would consider utterly undesirable conditions. Places that you'll go, but only if you absolutely have to, and you cringe thinking about. Imagine like a hot, dry landscape made of up to 80% sand, like the barren nether regions of Martha Stewart's vineyard. That's what they call that place, right? Where all the rich people who used to vacation at Epstein's Island live? I don't know. Anyways, another cool thing about the cowpea is, just like the Boy Scout handbook says, it's not gay if you're wearing a badge, and it leaves the soil better than it found it because it's a nitrogen fixer. So maybe you've heard the term nitrogen fixing before, but you didn't exactly know how it works. So basically, the air is made up of 80% nitrogen in the form N2, which is basically completely useless to everything on Earth. Like, imagine you went to the grocery store and 80% of the food wasn't food. And then 20% of the air is oxygen, which is obviously what the animals use. And then plants have to scavenge carbon dioxide, which only accounts for 0.04% of the air. I don't care if you're on team evolution or team creation, plants, which are a majority of life on this planet, can only use the thing that's 1/25th of 1%. It makes absolutely no sense. It makes as little sense as people who take a private jet to go get a fucking coffee lecturing you on how much carbon your car produces on your drive to work. It makes as little sense as a state saying that every new car in 10 years is going to have to be electric while simultaneously doing rolling brownouts and telling everyone to set their AC to 90, so it's just barely cool enough for you to not die. And the people making all these rules for us, they take a fleet of Escalades onto the tarmac of their private jet to go scheme with some other asshole over a $10,000 dinner paid for by, spoiler alert, also all of us. Okay, but real talk. If some creature could thrive on nitrogen, they would Jason Momoa slay it here on Earth. And I'm not talking about doing whippets in the walk-in there, busboy. Okay, so nitrogen fixing. A bacteria called rhizobia lives on the roots of legumes and converts the N2 from the air into NH3, which plants can actually use. So if you want to improve your soil and you like food, these cowpeas are perfect. And I will have some seed packets available at our farm so you can make copies of these cowpeas. So you can eat the cowpeas like this, like green beans, or if you have a lot, and I mean a lot of time, you can let the pods mature and the beans dry out, and then you can cook them like any other dried bean. So for eating them like green beans, you're going to want to pick them when they look like this. So see how you can't really see the outlines of the seeds yet? These right here, they're a little too mature, so we're going to let those dry out, and then when they're dry, they're going to look like this, and the seeds in the middle look like that. Either age, they've got a lot of protein, a lot of fiber, potassium, and they taste delicious. However you like to prepare green beans, you can just swap them for cowpeas. I put them in everything, but one of my favorites is green bean casserole, but I can't bring myself to call it cowpea casserole. It sounds hilarious and disgusting at the same time. And I think raw cowpeas taste a lot better than raw green beans, and there's just something so magical about picking something straight off the plant and eating it. Fucking delicious.